My goal to this evening is to give you an idea what a demo coaching session actually looks like. What happens is each person participating in a coaching session pretty much shares what their specific goals are. What are the areas that they are trying to work on? And from each session, we work on those specific goals, but we do it in a small group. Everybody in the group gets to participate to help each person in the group. We're talking to a room of entrepreneurs. And how many times have you gotten in a situation where you are overwhelmed because you have to think about every piece of the business? You're one person and you are trying to tackle every piece of the business. You're trying to keep the books because you think you can't afford someone else to keep the books. You're trying to make sure you do the sales because you know that's important to keep money coming in. You're trying to manage the daily parts of the business because that piece keeps it going. You are wearing so many hats, and so sometimes you're really overwhelmed trying to think about how to manage every one of those hats effectively. Those are some of the things that we talk about within the sessions. Motivation. I heard somebody talk about clarity. You have to be very specific about what it is you are trying to do. I know Charlotte went back and said, this is good. I hear you being very specific, and I hear you being very time driven. Very important. And I'm going to add to that, realistic. You have to have realistic goals. You have to be specific about those goals, and those goals should be time driven. Selling your product. If you can't sell your product, who can? How well can you sell your product? One of the activities that we do in the sessions is we learn how to create an elevator statement and sell your product 1 to 3 minutes. And we practice it. You can start on a half-day session. There are sessions where we have gone for 4 weeks, and there are sessions where we have gone for 8 weeks. It depends on the small group. We prefer to work in small groups because the exchange is more intimate. You're able to actually be comfortable enough to talk about the real issues. How many times have you walked in a room or gone to a workshop and the speaker or speakers are talking about something that you are just lost about? Or talking about something that you wish you knew more about? Or talking about something that, gosh, I wish I was up on that just a little bit more. It happens time and time again. One of the big things for being an entrepreneur is focusing on your industry, knowing your industry, learning your industry, selling your industry. And if you don't know that, how then can you be successful in your industry? Who's out there? What are they doing? How are they doing it? How many of those individuals are doing it where I'm trying to do it? If you don't know the details of what's going on in your industry, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to make it to the top. But you never go into a meeting place where there are others without something that represents your business, because it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to share what you do. Then we go down and we do homework. Every session ends with an opportunity for you to have some specific tasks to work on to the next meeting. And then we close. And these sessions are very, very powerful. Very powerful. I've had people walk into the session without an idea of how they were really going to accomplish many of the goals that they had in place, and walk out of them very clear on what they're doing and how they're going to do it and the time frame in which they're going to get it done in. And so sometimes we just need someone to take a little extra time out and take us a step further. I love church groups for workshops of It's All in Your Hands, because so many times you talk to people who are just stuck. They just can't quite figure out what it is they're supposed to be doing. Community groups. Any small groups of friends, groups of entrepreneurs, groups that are already organized. If you want an experience that is really, really going to help you save money, save time, and energy, you want a Bright Organizers coaching session. Thank you.
Wow.